Hey everyone. So, where we're at right now, sorry about that, I paused for a sec. Alright, so when we last left off, we were going to be talking about this room, and why it's a trap and why it isn't a good thing for the players to open it is it's actually a trap chest. So when they open it, that whole area will explode. That'll be the first trap that the players really run into because that one they could solve with the riddle. I suppose you could argue that the arrows going downstairs are a trap too because there's not really a way to avoid it. But anyways, that's the one that leads them into a false hope of treasure after opening up that chest upstairs. You'll notice that there's also a spot right there without netherrack. And if we go over here, you'll see that it's fire. Now this is sounds funny. So this is a room just above, and it's another tunnel that the players will encounter later. Um, and so that's kind of a nasty trick because if they fall in the wrong spot, they'll fall into the lava when they're trying to go through some fire. Anyways, so in this next room, I thought it'd be a good idea to put a skeleton there. And there's also a door over here that will let down some mobs. But right here is the next trap. Now, this is something I kind of came up with because aside from Minecraft, what I've done for a long time is I've been a DM before and I DM'd a lot of sessions and a whole year of a campaign for some friends. But I was always homebrew. I'm not an expert at it by any means, but I really liked making puzzles like these that were anagrams for my friends because it made them have to think a little bit more, figure out what the puzzle was saying. So what it reads is do not fear the drop, take a leap of faith. But what happens when the players go in here is that they are deceived. They are betrayed and they see that they shouldn't have actually listened to the sign and trusted it. And part of the reason why I have traps like this in this dungeon, you might be wondering like, well, Tanner, that's kind of not fair. The point of it is that I always try to make dungeons as realistic as I can within reason. And the reason for that is if somebody really was making a dungeon like this, or somebody really was burying treasure and they didn't want anyone to be able to reach it, they wouldn't want it to just be a riddle each time where they can go through and, if they can figure out the answer, they could outsmart it and get to the treasure. They wouldn't do that. They would instead want to mislead people into thinking things are safe or they're going the correct way and then get rid of them because they know better and people remember what the traps are. So anyways, that's the first one. And as the players continue on, they're going to go down these stairs and they're going to encounter a maze, and I'll show you through that in the next clip.